Hey guys, welcome back to Loic Fan Grace, where we take you along on our life here in the beautiful Philippines and share our journey as a Filipino foreigner.
Yeah, so guys, today's topic is one we get asked a lot. Why do so many Filipinos think foreigners are rich? Well, break down the myth, the culture, and even our own experiences with this perception.
So stick around because we've got some interesting story, personal stories, and practical advice for anyone planning to live or date in the Philippines.
To understand why this perception exists, we have to look at the Philippines' history. The country was under Spanish rule for over 300 years. The American rule, so foreign, have often been associated with power, wealth, and privilege.
Yes, that's correct. And this created a cultural link between foreigner presence and financial power. Even today, some of that history lingers in the mindset of many Filipinos.
When the Americans came, they brought not only their political influence, but also their lifestyle. Hollywood movies, American brands, and Western lifestyles became symbols of wealth and success here.
Yeah, and over time, people associated foreigner presence with wealth, even most foreigners today aren't exactly living like celebrities.
Another big reason for this perception is the difference in currency values. In the Philippines, one US dollar, euro, or British pound has a lot more buying power than the Philippines peso.
For example, if a foreigner brings saving
Yeah.
or incomes from a country with a strong currency, their money goes further here. Even a modest salary from abroad can seem like a fortune here in the Philippines, guys.
Yeah, this higher currency rate can make it look like foreigners have more than they really do. But it's just that their money stretches further in the local economy.
And that can create misunderstanding. Just because a foreigner has saving from abroad
Yes.
doesn't mean they're rich. They are just benefiting from a difference in cost of living here in the Philippines.
Yeah, then we have movies, TV shows, and social media which often shows foreigner living luxurious lives. You rarely see foreigners struggling financially or living modestly on screen.
Right, and social media make it seem like
Yes.
foreigners are always living in fancy resorts and ongoing vacation all the time. But those are just highlights. It's not everyday life like this.
Yeah, and when you only see these highlights reels and reinforces the idea that all foreigners are wealthy, which isn't true at all.
Yeah.
Another factor is the OFW or overseas Filipino worker connection. Many Filipinos have relatives working in abroad who send money home. This boosts the family's standard of living and reinforces the idea that worker or living in abroad equals wealth.
When a foreigner moves here or date a Filipina, sometimes there is an expectation
Yes.
that they will be able to provide similar financial support.
Yeah, this expectation can sometimes create misunderstanding in relationship. It's important to talk about finances early to set realistic expectations.
Yeah, and clear communication is key.
Yes.
This
right.
helps both sides actually to understand each other's situation and avoid disappointment.
And we've definitely had some funny moments because of this perception. One time at the co-working space, a lady was selling mangoes. While I was making coffee, I overheard telling the staff that they cost 50 pesos per kilo. When I went to Luwik to grab some cash and came back to buy some, the lady noticed I with a foreigner and immediately doubled the price.
Yeah.
Lol, it was funny.
Yes, and then there is also another time where we built our own
Yeah, that
crate
time
and
too.
people couldn't believe that we just didn't buy a new fancy ones instead to build one. So if you are a foreigner dating or living in the Philippines, here are some tips to manage this perception respectfully, guys.
Yeah. First tip, be transparent and honest. Talk about finances early in your relationship. Setting clear expectation helps avoid misunderstanding.
That's correct. For example, when starting a relationship, one might sit down with their partner and talk openly about finances. For example, explaining that while their foreign currency might have greater buying power, it doesn't mean that they can offer a lavish lifestyle. So the conversation
Yeah.
helps to set clear expectations, ensuring both partners be on the same pages and can build a connection based on shared values rather than financial assumptions. Second, learn the local cost of things so you don't accidentally overspend.
Yeah.
This helps you to set boundaries and live within your budget.
Yeah, for example, to avoid overspending, a foreigner can learn to usual prices for everyday items by going with their partner to local markets, by understanding the typical costs of produce, transportation, and service. They can avoid overpaying and blend in more naturally with local custom. This approach shows respect for the local economy and builds trust with community.
100%.
And third, show respect for the local culture. Filipinos value family and simplicity. Embrace that lifestyle and it helps you blend in.
For example, instead of always opting for imported or high-end options, one might choose local alternatives
Yeah.
that are more affordable and culturally meaningful. For instance, a couple could try building their own furniture or making a DIY project together as we did.
Yes.
This shows appreciation for the local lifestyle and can lead to memorable experiences that strengthen the relationship while respecting cultural norms.
Yeah. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever thought foreigners were wealthy? Or if you're a foreigner living here, have you experienced people assuming you're rich? So,
Share your story in the comments. We are really curious to know
Yeah.
if you had any funny or unexpected experiences with this perception.
and if you're dating or married to a foreigner, how have you handled this expectation with family or friends? Let's us know, guys.
Or maybe you're a foreigner planning to visit the Philippines. What are your thoughts on managing these expectations? If you're planning to come to the Philippines, that video is for you. Bye bye.